Welcome to How to Be Unscammable, a new series designed to help older adults learn how to secure their digital lives. And just in time. Cybercrime is on the increase, and it's important that we all learn how to lock our digital doors so we can safely use technology to stay happy, healthy, and connected. And welcome back to How to Be Unscammable. This series is designed to help older adults learn how to secure their digital lives. Over these episodes, you're going to learn how to stay one step ahead of cybercriminals with the actionable steps that I'm going to share with you that will secure your personal data, your online account, and your devices. And these are recommendations from security experts worldwide, and they've been tested in our Glue in-person and online courses. Hi everyone, my name is Linda Faucus, and I'm the founder of Glue Society, a Canadian nonprofit that's helped thousands of older adults secure their digital lives. The most common questions I get asked are about how to stay safe online and where to start, and that is exactly why this series exists. The good news is that being safe online is a matter of knowing a few easy ways to lock your digital doors so you are less likely to be a cybercrime statistic. So let's get started with episode 2 and securing your digital life so you can get on with using technology and doing the things that you love. In the last episode, we looked at the easy steps to follow to secure your home network and keep it safe from cyber attacks, malware, and viruses. In this episode, we're going to look at the devices that are connecting to your home network and make sure that they are secure. You don't want any weak links in your digital security chain. So how smart is your home? Maybe you have a smart TV, a smart speaker, some smart appliances, or a fitness tracker, or maybe a gaming console. Perhaps you have smart lights, thermostats, or doorbells. These smart devices are also called Internet of Things devices, and what makes them smart is that they connect to the internet. If you don't have any smart devices, why should you care about this episode? Are you thinking maybe that this is just too much technology? I hear you, but here's the thing. These devices are a huge part of an aging at home strategy, and they are going to allow us to age safely and independently in our homes, connected to our people, our healthcare team, and the things we love. Your home may not be full of smart devices yet, but that's expected to change soon. You might decide an automatic vacuum, a smart doorbell that lets you control who can come into your home at the tap of a button, or even a smart air filter might be nice additions to your life. You know, I resisted a robot vacuum because my house is small and we can easily manage that chore ourselves. Well, I manage it myself, husband. But then we got a puppy, and the sand and the dirt she tracks in is epic. So bring on the robot vacuum. It keeps harmony and peace in our house too, because the floors are always clean. Today you can get everything from smart litter boxes to voice-controlled kettles. The world of smart devices is exploding. Almost every task we do at home is being automated. According to Forbes, in 2025, as many as 152,000 plus Internet of Things devices will be connected to the internet every minute. And as the cost of these devices come down and we decide it's cheaper for a robot or an internet-connected device to do a task, we will start integrating these smart devices into our homes and into our lives more and more. And you can see why experts are guessing that by 2030, the average smart home will have about 25 smart devices. Think of something in your home. If it's not a smart device already, it probably will be soon. From smart doorbells and door locks to coffee makers, appliances, speakers, and even sprinklers. The list is very long, and I'm going to include a list of this in the show notes at the end of this episode. Now, hackers can get into your digital life through your home network. We learned that in episode 1. but they can also come in through the devices that you are connecting to your home network. And that's exactly what we do when we use smart devices. We set them up on our home Wi-Fi network or our home network, because it's only a smart device if it's connected to the internet, after all. That's what makes it smart. So it's time to jump into step 1 for this episode. Step 1 in this episode is to create an inventory of all the smart devices you have in your home. Let me give you a few ideas to get you started. Do you have a smart TV? A smart speaker? That's one of those things you can talk into. A fitness tracker, or even a smart thermostat? I've included a smart device inventory tracker that's going to help you keep track of the smart devices you have. And you'll find a link to that at the end of the episode. This is going to make creating your inventory of smart things easier, and it will guide you on what information you should be tracking. Now, get specific here. You want to know the manufacturer, the model number if you can easily find it, and maybe even the date and where you bought the device. That can help you identify the model if you need to. I like to keep track of where and when I bought a device and whether or not it has a warranty. So don't forget to make a note of those warranties as well if you've got them. It's a good idea to have that information somewhere you can easily access, especially when it comes to warranties. I like to make sure I have a chance to get that device checked out before the warranty period expires. I put my warranty information on a calendar in my own smart device inventory tracker. It's important that you know what type of devices are connecting to your home network, and that you keep a detailed, up-to-date inventory of all your connected devices. As you create your smart home, you can refer to this list and use it to bring the right smart devices safely onto your home network and into your life. Step 2 in this episode is to take a look and beware of adding knockoff or cheap connected devices to your home network. Smart devices can be expensive. Smart lights are a great example. They are really handy. I love controlling my lights from my smartphone, but the replacement cost of the light bulbs can add up. They are expensive. They are definitely not cheap, and it's tempting to go look for knockoff or cheaper replacement bulbs from Amazon or somewhere to save some money. But here's the scoop. These knockoff smart devices, including smart light bulbs, will be connecting to your home network. And knockoff smart devices may be adding a weak link to your home network security. So this step in the playbook is a reminder to ask yourself a few questions when purchasing any internet-connected devices, especially cheap ones. Is this manufacturer creating secure devices? Do they provide regular security updates? Will this smart device make my home network vulnerable to attack? And then why is this smart device so cheap? It can be tough to find answers to these questions, though. For now, I'm only adding smart devices to my home network that are made by reputable manufacturers. Your smart device inventory list, you'll be able to use that to keep track of all your smart devices and the companies that manufacture them. Step 3 in this episode is to change passwords on any internet-connected device that you can. This next step will be a familiar one if you watched episode 1. So for any smart device with a password, make sure you are not using the default password. Default passwords are not secure, as lists of default smart device passwords can potentially be available for sale on the dark web. And if you're not familiar with the dark web or you don't know what that is, tune into the next episode. We're going to dive into the dark web, and I'm going to show you how to find out if your data is being sold there. The thing to know right now is that you should always be in the habit of changing the default password during the installation of any device that connects to your home network. Every smart device password needs to be long, strong, and unique. Now, not all devices have passwords you can easily change, but for those that do, add your own password to help make you unscammable. And if you create a password for your smart device, record it somewhere secure. There's a place for that in the smart device inventory template. Make sure you keep that away from prying eyes, though. One of the most popular smart devices is a smart speaker that connects to a virtual assistant. Think Amazon Echo with Alexa, a Nest speaker with Google Assistant, or HomePod with Apple's Siri. You can ask a smart speaker to find out what the weather is, to play a game or tell a joke, or to put on an audiobook. They can even turn up the lights or add things to your shopping list. Being able to use your voice to control your smart devices is super handy, and it can actually be a lot of fun. So step 4 in this episode is to take a moment, though, to consider what your smart speaker is connecting to. Often that speaker talks to most of the smart devices in your home. That's sort of the point. Now, the smart speakers and the voice assistants themselves are secure. If you have one, it's probably been built by one of the big tech companies, and they have a track record of prioritizing security. The issue is that our smart speakers tend to be a hub for all the smart devices in our home. And if you have a smart device on your home network that is not secure, then viruses and malware can come in from those smart devices and use your smart speaker to get everywhere else on your home network. So this step in the How to Be Unscammable playbook is to be thoughtful about what devices you're allowing your smart speaker to connect to. And consider disconnecting smart devices from your smart speaker that are built by manufacturers that you're not sure of. This will provide your home network with some protection. And please watch step 5 in this episode to learn more about how to ensure you really are unscammable with these devices. We are the first generation of humans who will live at home supported by technology. How much technology we have is going to vary, but tech will play a massive role in allowing us to have independence and stay connected as we age. I can create a whole series on this topic alone. It's that important. You probably enjoy using your voice assistant or smart speaker to control your smart devices, and why not? I love doing that. A big part of having smart devices is that you don't have to touch them generally. They can be controlled by your voice or through the tap of a device, maybe turn off and on automatically, and they quietly can do their job in the background. It makes a huge amount of sense to have all of these smart devices connected. But we now know that connecting smart devices to our home network can come with possible security threats. So the easy fix job in the background is setting up a separate smart device network. This is similar to the guest Wi-Fi network I suggested you set up in episode 1. Your smart device network will be for all the smart devices in your home, and it's going to be totally separate from your main home network. This means you keep any device that stores your most important data. That would be your photos, emails, documents, etc., on your main home network, your main home Wi-Fi network. And your smart devices will stay on their own network. Having these two networks means that if a virus comes in through a smart device, that virus cannot spread to your main home network, protecting most of your important data. This step in the Unscammable playbook is for those of us with smart devices, but it's also for anyone considering adding smart devices to their home. Call your ISP and see if they can help you set up a smart device network. If they can't, you might want to get some help from a techie friend or hire a professional. It's important that you use smart devices securely, and a smart device network can help you do that. Okay, let's recap. Step 1. Create an inventory of all the internet-connected devices you have in your home. This is how you get smart about the tech you bring into your home. And main smart devices makes it easier to decide what other smart devices you should add to your digital life. Step 2. Beware of adding knockoff connected devices to your home network. It can be devices to your home link in your digital security. So consider purchasing from reputable manufacturers who prioritize security. Step 3. Change passwords for any internet-connected devices that allow you to. Not all internet-connected devices have a password, but for those that do, change the default password to something that is long, strong, and unique, and record that password somewhere secure. Step 4. If you have a smart speaker or voice assistant, take a moment to consider what devices you're connecting to it. The speaker itself may be secure, but are all the devices you attach to it secure? It can be really hard to know. So consider removing any questionable devices from your smart speaker to improve your home network security. And now take a look at Step 5. Step 5. Consider setting up a smart device network, so any smart devices you bring into your home won't be able to spread malware or viruses to your main home network. And this protects the important data that you store on your main home network, like on your computers, mobile devices, tablets, and external hard drives. Smart devices run on software or firmware. When you install a smart device, it's important to update its firmware or software at the same time, if an update is available. And while you're at it, see if you can turn on automatic updates so you don't have to do this manually in the future. If your device needs to be updated manually, add that information to your smart device inventory tracker so you know what devices to check on. Some of the biggest tech companies in the world right now are working on a smart home system that's going to make it easier for our smart devices to connect with each other and to help us know that our smart devices are secure. It's called Matter, and it's been in the works since about 2019. Companies like Apple, Google, Amazon, and Samsung, and about 200 others, last count, more are being added all the time, they're all involved in this project. The idea is to make it easy for smart home devices from all major manufacturers to work together. This will set a standard for smart device security and make it easier for us to be unscammable. Matter is expected to launch late in 2022, and in the meantime, buying a smart device is a little bit tricky, so my recommendation is to purchase smart devices built by reputable companies that have a proven track record. Check out the links in the show notes to find out more articles that you can read if you're interested in this topic. And that's it. Episode 2 is over, and now you have an inventory of all the smart devices in your life and a plan to follow if you want to bring more smart devices into your home. These handy gizmos can make life easier and make aging at home possible for many of us. To check out the additional learning resources for this episode, use this link or this QR code. We've included the Smart Device Inventory Tracker to help you keep this information organized. You can also get a transcript of this episode using the same link. All of the additional learning resources can be downloaded to your computer or a mobile device, and you can print them off. And as usual, I've included some links to websites and articles of interest about this topic. For those new to QR codes, they're just a fancy link that saves you some typing. You can use this QR code to be taken to the Glue Society webpage, where you'll find all of these learning resources. To use a QR code, point the camera of your mobile device, a smartphone or tablet, at this code, and don't take a picture. Just wait for a pop-up message to appear, and when you see that, tap on it. That's the link, and it's going to take you to the Glue Society webpage. Thanks for watching episode 2 of How to Be Unscammable. In our next episode, we dive into the dark web. This is an important episode, and I'm going to show you how to see if your data is being sold on the dark web, a key step to being unscammable. And in episode 4, I will show you the next steps to follow if you find out that cybercriminals have your data. We also look at the easy and secure ways to manage your passwords, finally. See you in episode 3.